I'm going to be starting a new relationship channel. It's one in which I'm going to add to this the perspectives that I have to share. You've already heard them. I might share some new perspectives. For a lot of you, it would be very high quality and entertaining, but I think that we need to part ways on that front and keep this channel primarily. At least the goal is. I mean, I think the goal should be just geopolitics. What do you think? And nothing else. Geopolitics, solar. I've never seen that content by itself yield to me what I'm looking for. Um, however, however, the updates need to happen. So this will be the game plan. I will get off the horn here in the next 20 minutes and just stop talking. Uh, if you strongly want me back, you know where to reach me. Uh, there is obvious need to build channels that only talk about one thing because I have 20 years plus experience putting everything on one plate and going, and the people just looking at everything on one plate going, forget that. Off grid, China, Russia, exposing Portland, exposing bad men and women. Bro, you're just crazy. Gnostic, into this, that. You're just crazy, bro. You deserve to die in the streets. You see, and I'm tired of it, folks. I'm tired of you letting me die in the streets. You really want me to just be in line with what you expect? Yes, yes, yes. The people won't say it, but that is there through the comments. Now, people are constantly saying, get therapy. And this is basically society is cruel. All your therapists suck. Your system sucks. Big pharma sucks. The vax sucks. Many of you, many people are on the side of big pharma. Every time they play that, get help for just being an emotional person. So a lot of people are never going to like me because I have senses and perceptions that they don't have. I'm always going to be a freak. Okay. To you, to my dad, to my mom, to the woman that I have a crush on. Now, crushes are toxic to men on a spiritual path that have goals to write books to reach the world through videos, because it's through these crushes that we have our hearts broken. It's through these matrices that we live in, okay, that we end up alone in a world in which we see really, really, really beautiful women. But on the inside, there's nothing. So, got my cup of coffee. This is my fourth day in a row sitting for multiple hours in the morning. Think about Carl Symington in Portland, Oregon, how he would sit and drink soda at Lloyd Center and contemplate the nature of reality. There's things I didn't like about Carl. I've talked about those things, but there are things that I did like about Carl. And it was his ability to be humble, to be contemplative, to be in public, where there's craziness and crazy people running around that are basically possessed by aliens. And you can go, oh, yeah, that's what's going on there. Sips his coffee, sips his soda. Oh, yeah, these people are in for a world of surprise in the future when the 1,000-mile winds come and Earth just gets a. Well, these people have no idea what's coming. And so he would just have these wild ideas, but I'm feeling like him. I'm feeling discarded the way Carl was discarded. He told my mama, don't go to that place. He told her, don't go, don't go. And, she's hoity-toity. You're not going to tell me not to go. I'm a little princess. And so, like Carl, like myself, I'm aware of those people that have helped me in this life. And by and large, they haven't been men. Men, males, they've been the stalkers. Okay, they're the fans. They also are the predatory gender also. But with time, that can change. Somebody showed me some signs that the other gender is capable of some targeting also. You see, it's not a matter of a gender, it's not a matter of a race, it's about evil. And evil is rising to greet those of us on the spiritual path. Yesterday, the video was pulled because I used copyrighted content. I'll just remind you what was said in case you missed it. We played a video from Sufi Realities on looking at certain images on the internet is haram or a sin. We played the video from Sloan Bella on how humans have lots of sex, core to each other, and are being dishonest about the energies they're tangling. Same thing I'm saying. But sometimes people need a petite, blonde woman who looks like pink with 100,000 views to take her seriously. And keep in mind, when I mirror her on my channel, where I put Sufi Realities on my channel, 1,000 views, no problem. The algorithm, the machine, AI itself, knows when it's me and when to hide me, and when it's not me, when it's another face, and when to give them a boost. That is not organic. That is not normal. That is AI seeing this face you may call disgusting, this face you may call pretty, but this face nonetheless identified by artificial intelligence and then rendered invisible by a system coming into being that literally controls what? That literally controls what? Dating apps. Meaning, and I guess we'll be talking about that on my new channel, won't we? How I'm going to market it, that I don't know. Do you want to help? No, you don't. But if you do, let me know. But I know if I do thumbnails, titles, tags, create playlists, and not deviate into other topics, and then maybe, I don't know, should I be full on box or should I hide the nose? Should I hide the appearance for ladies that might be sensitive to a guy like me? Maybe should I do a box and box and then show them just a little bit of me and then just shows them a big picture? How about no me at all? How about just the voice of reason? They don't know whether I'm poor. They don't know whether I'm rich. They don't know whether I'm white. They don't know whether I'm black. See, what if I just don't tell them my issues? And I just show them my intelligence. How about I just create a channel on Hive and leave you today and then just start all over again? Give them all the good stuff and don't reveal the things that I know psychically and intellectually, even without psychic abilities, just by being smart and stuff. Knowing exactly what it is that prevents men and women from being a real world friend to me. Last night, I continued watching Taxi Driver, and I see a lot of myself in him. There was a time when, in good old Portland, Oregon, people saw me, for better or for worse, as a celebrity because I was on TV. And it was for that reason and that reason only that some women sought me out for you know what. And while maybe I shouldn't look down upon those situations, they weren't loving. I feel that I was a sex object, a status symbol, who wasn't actually a very good status symbol, who was thrown away even at the peak of my, because I was not the type of person that was the wine and dine, impress your friends at the party. People like my friend in Portland who I knew, who taught me some fitness things at the gym, and others, they would be the people that could impress your friends and your mom one-on-one, the wine and dine. That's not me. I'm the person who's been authentic the whole time, who's been shown on a regular basis, and I see the horrible, horrible view counts and the negative feelings that I have in my head telepathically from what I think people think about me. Adding that to the emails, right, which are mostly negative from both men and women. Not very many, but what few there is what I would call a sampling or a polling or a snapshot of consciousness. Snapshot, screenshot. This is what is happening on the earth. You add that combined with my mother being in a very dark place. Oh, my horrible son, my horrible son. Oh, it's all his fault. Oh, he's so bad. Why won't he get therapy? Like, a lot of people are damaged into thinking that I'm the damaged one for either seeing the future in a certain way, wanting love, wanting my mother to fix the past, wanting therapy to be appropriate to handle my actual trauma. And in fact, all of the therapists have been garbage quality, meaning, meaning. And that's the other thing that's too hot for you guys, because a lot of you are conspiracy people. You're not involved in the movement to reform medical marijuana, to reform public education, to reform you're just not that demographic of audience on my channel. You're not reformists. Correct me if I'm wrong via email. You're not interested in that blog that I wrote on reforming society on the Substack. There's no likes, there's no comments. It's too deep. You understand where we're going with this? I have an intellectual capacity within me that feels that just by hanging out and doing this broadcast intoxication thing, that I'm dumbing myself down with you, for you, to appease you. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, this perception that a woman may even need to know about my value system or my ideas may be flawed also, because women do have high value as far as healing potential. They don't, it's just fairly important that they accept me for me. That's all, because I'm not a typical man. And that's what was communicated yesterday on the other channel, that it isn't, in my opinion, the nature of men, even if they're your fans, to want to do anything to help you with housing or to find a woman. It's just not in the nature of male psycho. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, it's more the nature of man, even if it's unrealistic for that man to have all the women, to be in his mind in hunter-gatherer mode. Does that make sense? And so, man, when he's unspiritual and not really free of wickedness and not really godly, he may have a primitive ooga booga, judgmental demeanor towards men like me that are actually doing something that they, in fact, are not. So, their attitudes of cruelty and callousness may actually stem from a programming that they don't even believe exists. Does that make sense? So, again, in order for me to find success, love, money, I may need to take my energy back from this channel. I mean, we're looking at 40 views, guys, per video. You got to understand, I've been doing this for 20 years now. When we look at brand new channels, we can see 20 views, 30 views, 40 views, meaning this flagship channel that's been around for a long time is being artificially suppressed. Now, the only thing that can turn the tables on that is if the audience becomes spiritual and starts going, we're not going to let this guy disappear into the abyss. When comments are open, there's going to be comments, and there's going to be nice comments. It's not going to be comments like, bro needs a Stickers bar, or you need help, or go to therapy. In fact, the audience would become conscious and spiritual enough to understand that they are the ones to provide the therapy by being kind in the exchange with me, telepathically, psychically, email, in the comments. It's through that back and forth, through the screen, because therapy, folks, is what now with COVID? Go ahead, tell me. You seem to know so much. It's this. It's talking to an absolute stranger going, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh, huh, uh-huh, oh, hey, see you next week. And they get paid back. And in fact, by just talking and talking and talking to an absolute stranger who has nothing positive to give back to you, to tell you how to alleviate this, alleviate that. In fact, you're just giving too much information to a random person and the system. You see where I'm going with this? No. You need to adapt to a do-it-yourself, off-grid, we can do it type of attitude. Not go to therapy, not go to the porno websites, not go to the dating apps. It's people being people again and understanding the things that I've warned about for years are manifesting, folks. So I'm going to work on not being here as much until the audience starts deciding that they're going to try to give some energy back to me. And there's a million bazillion ways you can help me or give energy back that don't cost a dime. And there's nothing moving. We're at we're at one of those type of situations where like the shipping containers are not moving, and it's 2 years ago, and there's a shipping crisis, and nothing's moving, and nothing's getting in, and the people aren't getting their products, and the prices are going up. It's one of those like shipping crises things, right? That's what we've got going on. We've got a crisis where there's nothing moving to me from the audience that's of a positive nature. That woman that I was talking to in the UK, um, it's almost better had I not ever talked to her at all, because she also plays up that, oh, I'm also going to reject you, and this, that, and the other. And so that hurts. Women of this current incarnation, my mother at the beginning of the list, and then the rest of you following, there is this very unhealthy man versus war, false war going on, because in spirit, we're just spirit in the end. You go deep enough, we're just spirit. And just this obsession with man versus woman, and then waging war on other people's genders because of what past generations and incarnations showed us or caused us to experience. That is the crux of our problem, that there is this with races, with genders, just this generational curse thing. So anyways, I will leave you now. Enjoy your day, and I will work on doing other things with the day. It was definitely very troublesome to do that live stream for an hour and a half and to lose everything. But again, we covered the Chicago School of Gnosticism, sacred spirituality, and sperm, the spirituality of it, why it's not to be wasted. Okay. Sufi realities on avoiding lusting after pictures. Women that put their pictures out there on the internet, I would say not just porn, but also social media. And then we showed the clip from Little Buddha, how Keanu Reeves overcame the temptation of Maya, okay, and the threats of Maya, and through that found his enlightenment. So it could be said then, to really be on the path of enlightenment, you have to leave your family, your riches, your YouTube audience, the desire for women's to, in order to get where you need to be. So there will be videos like this, perhaps once a week or twice a week. And then you have the secondary YouTube channel, 2025 Countdown, in which that channel will continue to be promoted locally. Two women that I sense have the potential to be spiritual if they're willing to take the card that talks about meditation, self-defense, geopolitics, and it's going to have that described on the card. And I'm going to offer those females that card if they have an interest in it, and invite them to email me if they'd like a friend. And I'm going to be very open about that. And there's 100 of those cards. Okay. But finding a female that a person like me, even intuitively, can pick up on the fact that she has an interest in those things is like a 1 out of 1,000 out of a 10th. It's not a common thing. And the lack of conscious people coming to my YouTube channel, and the cruelty and so quick people are to judge me and throw names at me, is the biggest education that I've ever had into the true nature of consciousness today. And so the way I look at it, why fight it? If God wanted me to think that society was becoming super loving and conscious, then God would be showing me that. And so this is going to be my final statement, because I really want to get off. I don't think God wants me praising humanity right now. Men, women, Portland, Colorado. I don't at all believe that God's happy with humanity. And it's through me and my life experiences that I could see this holy book coming into manifestation, that like to the humans on the ground, they're going, you're being so negative. From the human perspective, yeah, it sounds like I'm judging, but from a perspective that's beyond human, it's actually very loving and compassionate to future generations. They're going to care way more about my words than the humans alive today. So that completes today's video. There'll be no more videos today. There may be videos tomorrow, but we're going to try to start spacing this out. And I need to start putting my energy in other places. I do have a strong desire to come back on a regular basis to talk about meditation, but I'm not seeing the likes or really the responsiveness to that. So it may be better for me to force myself into being silent. And just if I feel the need to make videos, I'll make videos on another channel with no viewers and just make the videos for no viewers. So I'll just talk and talk for hours and nobody will see it, right? And it'll just be somewhere else. So I'll talk, I'll have the exercise, but I won't be feeling your judgment. I won't be seeing your lack of likes, lack of donations, lack of comments. And it's really a lack of emails, lack of likes, and basically the fact that looking at the totality of my whole life, basically giving you everything, um, resulted in a particular outcome that is anything but awesome. You understand it's cause and effect. You understand cause, effect, cause, effect. When you collectively give to me a positive, right, then that would obviously change the narrative, wouldn't it?